Most of us have some days when it requires Herculean strength to get out of bed because we're feeling exhausted, dull, and unmotivated to work. And that's fine. The land of the living requires a lot of effort, and it can be hard to handle your personal, social, and professional life alone within these societal structures that are designed to be productively efficient. Although, if you start to feel exhausted and stressed generally throughout the day or week, it is time you start reconsidering your work-life balance, because the chances are that you might be burned out. In today's video, we will be discussing what burnout is, how it can be silent yet seriously damaging for your physical and mental health, how you can find out if you are burned out or just temporarily stressed. And we will also talk about some solutions that are recommended by psychologists to fix it. So stick around until the end. Before discussing anything else, let's talk about what is defined as burnout and how it is different from stress. Stress can be defined as something you feel against a physically and emotionally demanding situation that might cause you discomfort and sometimes is a healthy component of getting things done. Burnout, on the other hand, is another story. It is caused by long-term stress. It might occur in response to working in an emotionally or physically taxing environment, or by experiencing long-term stress over an extended period of time. The long-term stress causes feelings of helplessness, hopelessness, and prolonged emotional and physical weariness that can hinder your personal or professional progress. The imagery of a flame slowly burning away your mental health is probably an accurate description for the word burnout. But there is plenty of science behind it that proves its existence across different professions and the effects it has on the personal and professional life of an individual. Although you are aware of the stress you go through, sometimes it is difficult to know if you are burned out or not. According to a burnout theoretical model in psychology, there are some stages that you go through before burnout that might include overwhelming exhaustion, feelings of cynicism and detachment for the job, a sense of accomplishment, and a lack of achievement. These mental states manifest with some of the behaviors that show or lead to burnout and are very crucial to hint that a burnout is on the way. The first behavior to look out for is procrastination. Owing to the feelings of hopelessness, exhaustion, and disengagement, one may become lazy and disinterested to finish things in time. This might be your mind's way of telling you that you are doing too many things for too long. You will lack goals and a sense of accomplishment you once had in completing a task. Now, the easy way to fix this is to make small targets or to divide the larger task into smaller ones. This helps to ease the burden of the task, keep you motivated, and give you a sense of accomplishment. Another sign that might predict burnout is isolation. If you are emotionally shutting people out just because you've had a bad day at work and resultantly limiting your social interactions with them, chances are that you are burned out. Isolating yourself emotionally from your friends, family, or socializing is the first sign that your work is overly demanding and is taking the time you should be spending to socialize. Because all your energy is spent on your professional engagements, you ignore your emotional or social life. Several studies suggest a significant role that isolation plays in burnout, and shows how socializing and letting that social battery charge can be a great resource against burnout. Talking about it with friends, family, and colleagues that are understanding of these issues is helpful in these situations. They can also open further avenues for you and provide solutions to your problems. One common feature observed in all the people who have experienced burnout was the dismal feeling of hopelessness and helplessness, or catastrophic thoughts. The lack of sheer motivation to complete a task might cause you to feel depressed, which might further make you feel unproductive and worthless. This loop results in negative feelings of reduced self-efficacy and self-worth, that might make you have a hopeless approach to every task at hand. So, your negative thoughts expand over long-term negative feelings, and they transform from "I can't do it now" to "I might never be able to do it." Another significant indication of burnout is falling into addictive habits. You might feel the need to take something that makes you feel better and gives you a refuge from the constant stress. Upon overwhelming distress, self-medication, alcohol, drugs, and in some cases food might feel like the only option. You might consume these things in unhealthy quantities in hopes of making yourself feel better, and tend to do so every time you feel stressed. This pattern turns to addiction, and before you know it, you're addicted to a substance or an unhealthy behavior. It's always good to notice this pattern in early stages and realize your triggers and eliminate them, or talk to a behavioral psychologist that might be able to help you reorganize your thoughts and behaviors better suited to a healthier lifestyle. Emotional bluntness with sudden bursts of anger is also a sign that you are overly exhausted for a long period of time. Arguments with co-workers, friends, and family members, as well as unexpected feelings of exasperation and/or raging fury, are red flags that something is really wrong. Chronic stress can make work that was previously enjoyable and exhilarating feel like a chore, which can be a source of misery that might breed resentment against work and co-workers, as backed by several studies on burnout. Sleepless nights are another important indicator that shows that you are burnt out. Several researchers have linked insomnia and job strain. So, if you think you are losing sleep or getting disturbed sleep because of things from work and tried taking medication for it, it is time you consider chronic work exhaustion or burnout as an explanation for this problem. It is a serious indication that you should possibly take some time off and relax. Finally, your ability to focus will tell you a lot about the exhaustion your body and mind are feeling. If you feel that you are struggling to focus on the tasks that were previously effortless, then it is possible that you have stressed yourself mentally and physically. It is your body's way of telling you that it is too much, and you better listen to it. Get up and go for a walk. Talk to a colleague or take a stroll. It is way better than aimlessly trying to focus on something that you're not going to be able to do after all. Moreover, you can also start making healthier decisions. Here are some tips to start living your best life. A great way to reduce stress is to engage in exercise, which is frequently entirely free. Go for a run or a stroll. Invite a friend over to play tennis, or do yoga at home using a YouTube flow. Regardless of how you exercise, this activity can offer your mind a break and allow you to concentrate on something that is actually beneficial to you. You can also learn to chart your day to maintain a healthy work-life balance. This means limiting your work to the available hours, leaving work at a set time, and spending quality hours with friends and family. Sleep is the healing for your mind and your body. Make sure to allow optimal time for your body to relax, rejuvenate, and recharge for the demanding task that you want from it the next day. Make an effort to get to bed early enough to receive a full night's rest. If it's too bright, buy a nice sleep mask. If it's too noisy, buy a good set of earplugs. To unwind before night, think about completing some breathing exercises. In phases of depression, hopelessness, and stress, it is always therapeutic to talk to a good friend. Social interaction is nature's remedy for stress, and speaking face-to-face with a patient listener is one of the quickest methods to relax and de-stress. They don't have to fix your problems, they just need to listen to it. You can also find a therapist that might help you analyze your thought patterns and help you maintain a healthy mindset. With the limited resources and increased demand for work in the current times, burnout is becoming a reality in every occupation, be it healthcare, mental health, education, or technology industries. It is inevitable not to feel stressed by the increased work and blurring boundaries between work and personal life. However, we hope that today's video will allow you to have an insight into problems faced when the work-life balance is disturbed, and how you can make proactive, smart decisions that may allow you to lead a healthy, successful, and rich life.